Burger King, Little Caesars, Subway. What do all three of these restaurants have in common? I was involved. Heat Sync starts right now. All right, welcome to this edition of Heat Sinks. I am your fantabulous host, and thanks for checking out the edition of Heat Sinks Tries that was right before this video. It is a 2 for Wednesday, only because I didn't have an episode last week due to my fabulous job. But this is going to be actually a food-themed episode, and not a good one either. 3 businesses, 3 rants, and each one of them a different problem. Okay, I'll start with Burger King. So about 3 days ago, I go to the Burger King at 50th Street and Avenue U in Lubbock. I like Burger King. I just don't go there often. So, when I do go there, I've learned with a lot of, not just Burger King, but a lot of fast food places that have drive-thrus, if there's a bunch of cars in the drive-thru and there's nobody inside, go inside. Because chances are you're going to get your food a lot faster because your order will get thrown right after the last person ordered at the thing, and if there's still 5 people behind them, you're going to get your food before everyone else. Okay, no big deal. So I noticed a long drive-thru line, 2 ladies standing at the counter inside. So I go inside, first lady's up at the counter, she's finishing her order. And I'm thinking, okay, second lady's just her by herself, this ought to be quick. I will be in and out of here in just mere minutes. And then I heard this. Yes, I need 25 cheeseburgers, but each one of them is going to be a little different, and that's where it started. I need one with ketchup and mustard and no pickles, and one with ketchup and pickles and no mustard, and then I need one with just mustard, and then I need one with the cheese on the side with pickles and mayonnaise. It was like this, all 25 burgers. I don't know who the hell this woman was feeding, because she sure as fuck wasn't feeding herself. Unless she's like become a female gainer or something. I mean, she was like probably in her 60s and very skinny. And I'm just sitting there going, you have to be OCD or something, lady, because who the hell is going to come into a Burger King and order 25 fucking cheeseburgers and every goddamn one of them is going to be different? Needless to say, the drive-thru line got completely done before I even got my order in. Oh, it sucked. Not Burger King's fault. It's the burger lady's fault. Thank you, burger lady. I don't blame Burger King. Actually, the guy at the counter was more annoyed than anything because about the time I got my food in my cup and I went to go fill up my cup and got ready to leave, oh God, they called her order and she started pulling each individual burger out of the bag, opening it up and making sure it was right. There was 3 of them that were wrong. Oh God, and she knew. She's like, I just know because every time I do this, it's wrong. And I'm sitting there going, I finally asked the guy behind the counter, and I was like, does she do this all the time? And the answer was yes. I don't know who the hell she's feeding. I don't really care or want to know. So there's an example of a fast food fiasco that had nothing to do with the actual establishment, but rather a shitty customer. Just like Randall says in the movie Clerks. Hey, it's true. Okay, moving on. Little Caesars. Little Caesars, 19th Street, Lubbock, Texas. Little Caesars is not the Little Caesars it used to be back 15, 20 years ago. Actually, their pizza's not even half as good as it used to be. But for a good, quick, cheap, go in, get it, and get the hell out, it'll work in a pinch. And I have ate there a few times here and there. Well, this would be the 3rd time in probably 90 days I have tried to go in and get this one particular item. But what's funny is the last time I actually went within 10 days of each other. They have their pretzel crust pizza, which is pretzel crust, cheese, a cheese sauce, and pepperoni. It's like $1 more than the $5. It's $6. And their signs say clearly, hot and ready every day from 4 to 8 p.m. First time I go in, guess what? They don't have any. It's like 5:30 in the afternoon. It's going to be 10 minutes. Okay, no, that's not going to work. If I wanted to wait 10 minutes, I'd just call Pizza Hut on my way home, and they'd probably be at my house about the time I got there. Second time, same problem. 6 o'clock on a Saturday night. None ready at all. They hadn't apparently had any ready in a while, from what I understand. So I call, or actually I hit their website, and I complain about this because do not sit there and tell me that you're going to have something there. It's hot and ready, and I get there and it's not. Now, I understand you run out of stuff, but I've come to find out through others, this is a common problem at all the Little Caesars. They don't like making this thing because it's a high-waste item. If you've ever worked in this business, and I have, you know what high waste is. I mean, you're just throwing money out the you're throwing money out the window is what you're doing by throwing away stuff because you can only hold it so long. And so I got on their website and I filed a complaint, and I will be doing that shortly again with this trip too. Manager calls me at my work and sits there and just starts apologizing and apologizing. This should never have happened. Blah blah. I mean, I've been there. I've done it. You tell a customer whatever the hell they want to hear to shut them up and hope they won't make another stink. Well, then there was the taping of this episode, which is Sunday. Actually, I don't even know what the day is right now. I know it's January. Sunday, January 18th. 7 o'clock, same Little Caesars. I go in on a whim because, it sounded good. Didn't have any ready. And the funny thing is, they acted like they didn't care. It's going to be 10 minutes. Is that okay? And I said, no, it's not okay. I made it very clear. I've already had one talk with your manager about this. And the funny thing is, the last time I had tried to go, or, when I talked to the manager, she offered me a free pizza and everything else. I don't want your free food. I don't want it. If I'm complaining, it's because you've got a problem that needs to be addressed. So, whatever on that one. I'm going to file another complaint, and I don't want them calling me. I don't want them trying to apologize and try to offer me free stuff. Little Caesars, you suck. You suck. You suck. Do not fucking advertise something that's hot and ready from 4 to 8 and then never fucking have it. That's false advertising is what that is. I will not be back. Ever. And it takes years before a place gets my loyalty back. Go check out my Fuck Off Fuddruckers video. I'll put a link in the annotation somewhere. It took me almost 2.5 years before I would go back to Fuddruckers. So, moving on, I leave there, and I'm like, I'm still hungry. I want to go get something. So I go to Subway that is owned out here by Bill and Colleen Butler. And I worked for Bill Butler years ago at an IHOP location here in Lubbock back in the 90s. And Bill doesn't usually put up with BS customer service. He's usually real good about it, but I think he let the ball drop at the people at 50th and University. And Bill, if you're watching this, and by God I hope you are, you need to find a new staff there, and quickly. This is why. I walk in, cashier, kind of just standing behind the register, looked bored, which I understand. Once you've been there. Hi, welcome to Subway. Yeah, gee, okay. So I'm looking at the menu board. A manager comes around. And just about the time I'm going to open my mouth and tell her what I would like, she tells the cashier, oh, I need you to ring me up for a 6-inch tuna with bacon. And lady, don't lie and say you didn't, because y'all have security cameras too. I would love to get that footage. And then she just walked off, leaving me standing right fucking there. The cashier chick just stands there, doesn't bother to ask me, hey, what can I get for you? She just stands there. I looked right at her. I said, I'm not that goddamn hungry. And I turned around. I walked out. Okay, you know what? That's just shitty customer service. Little Caesars was about not having the product. This was just about shitty customer service. And Bill, you and Colleen, good people, but you need to train your staff better. You need to teach them, hey, look, the manager's order for a tuna sandwich can wait. I don't care if they're getting a discount and they're still paying for it. I'm there. I'm a paying customer, paying full price. Deal with it. Have your people come talk to me, and we're cool. All the chick behind the manager burned off. All the chick behind the register would have done is come to me and said, what can I get for you tonight, sir? Instead, she just kind of stood there. So, Bill, I won't be back until you get this fixed. And I'm going to complain to you, too. I don't tolerate this. So, moral of the story here is, guys, I've worked in this business. I know it's a hard business. I have busted my ass in that business. And I know there's customers you can never please, but you know what? When you bring it on yourself, like Subway did tonight, like Little Caesars did, that's not my fault. That's your company's fault. That's Little Caesars' fault. That's Subway's fault. Little Caesars, you advertise a product that's supposed to be ready. It's not ready. And 3 times in a 90-day period, 2 of those within 10 days of each other, that's not acceptable. Subway, Bill, you and Colleen should know better than this, than to let your managers just come out there and just ignore the customer. Yeah, was I looking at the menu board when she first came out? Yeah, I was. But that's because I was deciding what I wanted. And then she goes running off, and the cashier doesn't give a damn. That ain't going to float. Quite frankly, I can go to Walmart and buy my dinner and fix it myself, and I'm probably going to save a lot more money than I could at Little Caesars or at Subway. There you go. That's my bitch and rant. You like that? Are you back to enjoying me bitching and ranting again? I hope so. Anyways, hashtag BTHS collab, the Brad Tries Heat Sinks Tries collaboration. I want to do this. I still have not heard from Brad or his people, which I don't think he has people. I think he just has him, but I still haven't heard from them. I need your help, guys. Email them. Go to blip.tv/thecinemasnob. There's links to his website. You can go there. Send him an email. Say, hey, I really want to see this collaboration happen. And that's really all I got for this time. Since you got a new Heat Sinks Tries and a new Heat Sinks this week, next week, another episode of Heat Sinks Tries, because we got to get this thing back on track again. And guys, as always, thanks for watching.